Who is each survivor's favorite artist? Today I'm going to be going through each survivor and saying who I think their favorite artist would be based on my headcanons. I think Dwight's favorite artist would be Sabrina Carpenter, only because my headcanon of Dwight is that he's just a little gay twink who loves the pop girlies. Now for Meg, I said Calvin Harris because, well, Meg is a runner, she likes to go on runs, and I feel like Calvin Harris would be in a lot of the running playlists that she's listening to. For Claudette, I said Clairo. Claudette is very chill, she's very calm, I think she'd like that kind of music too, and I think Clairo fits that vibe. Jake would like Kanye West, and not only does he like Kanye West, he's the kind of person who would defend him at all costs. He's the one on Twitter saying, "But he made Graduation." Nia's favorite artist would be Pink because, well, if you think about it, they're actually pretty similar. They're both kind of punk, but if you were to get to know them, you would know that they are actually a nice person. For Lori, I said Kate Bush because not only does it match with the timeline of her, I think Lori would definitely get the hype of Kate Bush too, because she is kind of a baddie. Ace's favorite artist would be Britney Spears because, well, they're both kind of insane, and also Britney has a song called Lucky. Bill is listening to old man dad music, so I just said the Beatles because, well, that's what old man dad music is to me. Thang being a hardcore gamer, I don't really think she's listening to many artists, but she is listening to video game soundtracks. Like, she would love the Undertale soundtrack. David's favorite artist would be Hozier. I feel like he would really just connect with his music and just like, get it. I actually had a discussion about this with my viewers over on Twitch a while ago. If you don't follow me over there, you definitely should. And somebody said that Quentin wouldn't listen to music, but he would listen to nails scratching on a chalkboard to stay awake. And for that reason, I'm gonna say his favorite artist would be Taylor Swift because, that's kind of the same vibe. This is a joke, by the way. Swifties, please don't kill me. Tap just kind of gives me cringy dad vibes, so I think his favorite artist would be Coldplay. Not that Coldplay is like bad or anything, but he's just like a little too into Coldplay. Kate's favorite artist is Carrie Underwood because, well, let's be real, Kate is just, we got Carrie Underwood at home. Like, you want to be her so bad. Adam's favorite artist would be Mozart. I think being a very academic man in his life, he never really listened to modern music and he just stuck with the classics. Jeff is a little musty, but he is a badass and his favorite artist would be Guns N' Roses. For Jane, I discussed this with one of my Jane main friends, and we came to the conclusion that Jane's favorite artist would either be Marina or Lady Gaga, two people with a similar background to her and people that she would love to interview on her show. I don't really know that much about Ash, but based off vibes alone, I would say Ash would like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but honestly, I don't know. Let me know in the comments who you think he would like. Nancy's favorite artist is George Michael. It makes sense for the timeline of Stranger Things, and also, who doesn't like George Michael? In my mind, Steve is gay, but he's just in the closet, so his favorite artist is Madonna, but he pretends like he doesn't even know who that is. Yui's favorite artist would be Paramore. She's a very strong woman and also definitely a lesbian, so I think Paramore reflects that. Zarina's favorite artist would be Rihanna. I think Zarina would like more R&B style music, but also have a soft spot for pop, and I think Rihanna is kind of the best of both worlds. Cheryl's another character I don't really know that much about, but based off how she comes across, I think she would like Lorde. She just seems quite timid, and I think Lorde kind of reflects that. Felix's favorite artist would be Lady Gaga, just because I can picture him popping puss in the club to Lady Gaga in that slutty crop top outfit he has. Elodie I can see being a huge Beyonce fan, but instead of Beyonce, I think her favorite is Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child just has so many of them bad bitch anthems that Elodie, as a bad bitch herself, just loves. Yunjin's favorite would be Twice. Being a K-pop producer herself for No Spin, the Tricksters group, I think she'd really be able to appreciate the level of production that goes into Twice's group, and I think she would really enjoy them. For Jill, I asked my friend who is a Jill main and a big Resident Evil fan who they think Jill's favorite would be, and they said Radiohead. And honestly, yeah, I can see that for her. I can see Jill busting it down to Creep and No Surprises, so like, why the hell not? Leon's favorite artist would be Sophie, and honestly, the only reason I say that is because of how many Leon Kennedy edits I've seen to Ponyboy by Sophie, and I low-key associate that song with him now, but I mean, I'm not complaining, like, he's hot. I save all of them. Yeah, I'm sorry. Michaela, I'm kinda in between two people for. Her being a witch, I think she would like either Florence and the Machine or Ethel Cain. They both kind of give witchy vibes to me, but if I were to pick one, I would say Michaela would lean towards Ethel Cain. I think them being a similar age too would help. Michaela seeing a lot of herself in Ethel. I think Jonah's favorite would be U2. You know, just that very like NPC music taste, very much coworker music where it's like, oh, that's your favorite? Okay. I can see Yoichi's favorite artist being Lana Del Rey. You know, being chased by Sadako your entire life is probably very tiring, so when he's listening to music, he just wants to chill out, listen to something, to relax, and I think Lana Del Rey can definitely provide that for him. Hattie the Baddie, my main. Hattie's favorite artist would be Beyonce. I mean, with the nickname Hattie the Baddie, of course your favorite artist is going to be a baddie also. You know, when Crazy in Love comes on in the club, Hattie is running straight to that dance floor like it's nobody's business. Ada's favorite artist would be Azealia Banks. I don't know if it's just me, but Ada just screams like bad bitch who doesn't care what anyone has to say. And well, Azealia Banks is the exact same. And I mean, with such bangers like 212 and Luxury, even if you don't like her, it's hard not to like Azalea's music. Rebecca, to me, is kinda the complete opposite of Ada. I think her favorite artist would be Gracie Abrams. You know, just real, basic, sweet, white girl music. Vittorio, coming from the 1300s, his favorite artist was probably Madonna, because, well, she was probably the only one around back then. Okay, obviously I'm joking, but like, I think if you played any real modern music for Vittorio, he would think it's some, like, probably work of the devil or something, and yeah, I don't think he'd really be into it. Talita's favorite artist was suggested to me by someone over in my Discord, and they said they think Talita's favorite would be Nicki, and I have to agree with them because Talita really just gives that like party girl vibe. I think Talita would be more into Nicki's older stuff, like the more super bass and Starships era, but Nicki's still her fave. Renato's favorite artist would be SZA because he really just gives me nonchalant R&B twink, and well, that's kinda SZA's target audience. Gabriel, coming from the future, his favorite artist would be Imogen Heap. You know, her music really was so ahead of its time and still does sound super futuristic, and I think that fits very well for Gabriel. Nicolas Cage's favorite artist is Metallica because, well, he's a real person and I just googled it. Ellen's favorite artist would be Mitski. I don't know why, but Ellen and Mitski really give me off like similar vibes, so I think Ellen would really like Mitski. Alan's another one who's listening to dad music, so I said his favorite artist would be Fleetwood Mac. Sable's favorite artist is Sleep Token. You know, just freaky and creepy and scary just because. The Troop, I paired them together and I said their favorite artist is the Black Eyed Peas. You know, Fergie for the girl one, will.i.am for the boy one. It's perfect. Lara I was stuck on for a while, but I came to the conclusion that Lara's favorite would be Kesha. I don't really have a reason for this, I just think that Lara would like Kesha. I know nothing about Castlevania, so based off my headcanon and the vibes he gives me, Trevor's favorite would be Tyler the Creator. He just looks like someone who would like Tyler, you know what I mean? Last but not least, Tori. Tori's favorite artist would be BTS because she's in a cult, and if you're a BTS fan, you're also in a cult. I'm sorry, but the BTS fandom is actually just a cult. Well, that's who I think everyone's favorite artist would be, and of course, all of this was just my headcanons of Survivors, so I would love to hear in the comments who you think people's favorite artists would be. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you were to like the video and subscribe. I also have a Discord you can join, I'll leave that in the description, and go follow me over on Twitch because I will be streaming over there soon. Bye!